Off we go from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Eckler, of course, the Chargers' #1 running back this year, now that Melvin Gordon is on the opposite sideline with the Broncos. But even with those two backs, the Chargers 28th in the NFL in rushing in 2019. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Herbert. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Now a carry for the 4, first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. For Melvin Gordon, he's certainly up for this one. He's going to get a chance at least twice a year to take on his former teammates, as he spent 5 years in a Charger uniform, but now he'll be doing his work against his old mates. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd down, Eckler. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
The stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler, is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Herbert. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3-yard pickup.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this time, Locke will throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Locke working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Oh, the return is Reed. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And now another one thrown incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's a gain of 34. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch. Check. Kill.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I'm going back to you. Where's 52?
From the gun, it's Lock. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the lead is now 2.
His kick is good. Makes the score Broncos 7, Chargers 5.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
A gain of 31.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
A 5-yard gain.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 13-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
It's 3rd down.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And the lead is up to 5.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 12, Broncos 7. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
No, check that. 52 right here. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic.
shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, watch it, watch it.
From the gun, Locke. They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The tackle by
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert Okuebuna with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
At the 37-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Chargers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On the give, this is Eckler, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
The 22-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
13 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. A handoff, it's Eckler, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain.
As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they'll always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey.
Number 30.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Down at the 20.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Clock now to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. It's Eckler again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the 36-yard line.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Lock to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Lock. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver was set to valve. And that'll bring up second down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Remain for second down. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And 3 yards.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Locke gonna go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it in.